Greg Peterson, the Peterson Farm Brothers, and our family farms together here in central Kansas. It's a fifth-generation family farm. It's our dad, the three brothers, our wives, and then our sister. We kind of all work together, and we raise wheat, corn, soybeans, milo, or grain sorghum, and alfalfa, as well as cattle. And we raise quite a bit of forages for those cattle to eat, and alfalfa is one of those forages. And so this time of year is usually our first cutting of alfalfa, and so that's what we've been doing this week. And we'll swath the alfalfa, then we rake it, and then we bale it up, and we take those bales home to feed our cattle the rest of the year. So some of them will be stored throughout the winter to be fed the rest of the year.
Hi, I'm Kendall Peterson. I'm out here raking hay today. So I work with Peterson Farm and Livestock. That's my family. We all farm together. We're haying today, which involves swathing, raking, and baling, and then moving the bales. So I'm on the second step today, is raking hay.
My name is Nathan Peterson. I'm the middle brother of the Peterson Farm Brothers, and I do a lot of the agronomy and equipment work for our farm. Today I've been spraying, trying to get ahead of the planter and catch up to the drill because it's supposed to be windy the next few days. So I haven't been helping as much with the hay because I've been off doing that. Family farming is really important to me. I think it's really fun to be able to farm with my dad and my brothers. The idea that we're the fifth generation of our farm, and our grandfather and great-grandfather were working some of the same pieces of ground, and it adds a sense of pride to what you're doing, and you really want to do the best you can and succeed at it.
So I think there's several challenges that farmers our age experience. One is that it's kind of hard to get into farming, especially like a large farming operation like this. You know, you kind of have to be have it in your family already. But even then, like even for us, it was hard with three of us brothers, and so we've really relied on off-farm income, thinking outside the box, using technology, things like that. That's really what's helped us be able to all three come home and farm with our dad. So we have a lot of weather challenges and market price fluctuations that yeah, we can't control, and so the best thing we can do is just kind of do the best we can with all the variables and different things like that. But at the same time, we try to find ways to while you can't control those variables, you can at least manage them and make it through and find ways to be profitable.
Yeah, it's just really busy. You have to your priorities can change just depending on the weather, on the forecast, on the wind, on the humidity. When you start talking about hay and crops, we try to prioritize and be ready to be flexible at any time to do what needs to be done.
Yeah, I think it's different than other jobs in the fact that it's not just kind of the job that you go to from 8 to 5. It's something that you really live, and that's true for the four of us who work on the farm the most, but it's also true for our wives and the rest of our family. It truly is a lifestyle.
Through Hitchpin to connect farmers to farmers. If a farmer has something growing in their field they don't want, they can use Hitchpin, and a livestock producer can see that and say, I can use that as forage and feed my cattle. Or if someone gets in a bind and their swather breaks down, like the guy over there is running the swather and he might need us to come and finish swathing. It's really easy communication, especially with the haying process. Since there's so many things that have to happen in such a short time, the time window is really important. You don't want to get stuck with your hay drying and getting too crispy, or you don't want to get stuck with it getting rain on it when you could have gotten it baled up in perfect timing. Hitchpin creates a good place that farmers can communicate with what needs to get done, and farmers love getting things done on time, so this app is really important for that.
Hitchpin is definitely something that is along those lines of technology and communication and working with other farmers. That's a big part of what farming is, especially in 2020 with the challenges that we're facing and the technology that we have. And so I've seen Hitchpin as a really valuable resource to be able to put things you have for sale, hay, online and connect yourself with a lot more potential buyers. It's better for both parties. the buyer and the seller. And so, yeah, I think it's a really valuable tool, and it's a resource that we're definitely glad to be using.